Namaskar everyone, my name is Astro Anshul. I'm an astrologer, numerologist and Vastu consultant. Well, today I'm going to start a new series on all the houses. In this video, I'll share or talk on about the first house. So in this manner, I'll be covering all the 12 houses of the zodiac, what all each houses say. So let's start with the first house. What all first house says, what is actually first house? If somebody says that this planet is in first house or this planet is in second house, so what all they mean by that? In this video I'll talk on that and I'll try and explain what are the significance of the first house, what all first house says about a person. So kindly subscribe the channel and press the bell notification so that you may keep on getting the updates of my video. So welcome you all. Well, what is first house? First house is a house which talks about a person himself. This is a house which talks about the body part, which is brain or skull of a person. First house is the ego of a person. The person, what he thinks about himself is shown by first house. So when this house has number 1 written in it, or number 2 written in it, that is actually the sign. We have 12 signs in the zodiac. So if the first house has number 1 or the first sign in it, that means that the person is the Aries ascendant. Or in the same manner, if the first house has number 2 or sign number 2, then he's a Taurus ascendant. Or if first house has number 3 or 3 number sign, then it shows Gemini ascendant, and so on. All the 12 zodiacs, in all the 12 zodiacs, if you have to understand what your Lagan Patrika is, whichever sign is there in the first house, that will be termed as your Lagan Patrika, or that will be called as your ascendant. If you have sign number 2 or 2 number is written in that, then you are a Taurus ascendant, or your Lagan Patrika is a Taurus, or your birth chart says that you are a Taurus ascendant. So people are, most of the time remain confused about what is their zodiac or what is their Rashi. So this is the Lagan Rashi, which everyone has to remember that what you are. Okay. So this first house shows about a person himself. What his image is in the society is shown by the first house. His ego, his mind, his body, his the whole about the individual is shown by the first house. So when any planet, let's say if somebody has moon in the first house, then it will say that the person is very emotional, because here what happened, moon has come in your first house, which is your skull, which is your brain, which is what you think about yourself. It is the house of self. So here when moon comes, the person becomes very emotional. He becomes very caring. What is the nature of moon? Moon is a motherly figure. Okay. So when first house has moon, then the person becomes very loving and caring. He has a nature of like mother, very caring nature. In the same manner, if you have got Mars in the first house, then the person becomes very aggressive. Okay, these kind of person are uncontrollable when they come into anger, because Mars is a very energy, or very aggravated or very harsh energy, you may say. So when Mars comes in the first house, the person can be a criminal also. The person can be a teacher also, but he will be a very aggressive teacher. Okay, he will be that teacher who will keep on giving punishment to others whenever students will do something wrong here. So in the same manner, you have to understand how planet gives result when they come in the first house, because first house is the base. First house talks about a person himself. In the same manner, if Rahu comes in the first house, what is the nature of Rahu? To create illusion. The person will become always confused. He will remain confused about his life, what he has to do in life, or they will be fickle-minded also. So these are the things which happens when planet comes in the first house. First house is the house which is very important, which plays very important role in a person's life. If a first house is strong or in a dignified position, like how to understand the dignity of a first house, how to understand whether your first house is strong or whether your first house is not in a good position or unable to give positive results. Well, the planets, first of all, we need to check which sign your first house is in. If your first house is in sign number 3, that is a Gemini ascendant. So you need to check the Lord of the third house. What is the Lord of the third house? For example, as we know, the Lord of the third house is Mercury. We need to see where the Mercury is sitting. Okay, what result the Mercury is giving, in what nakshatra Mercury is sitting, what upnakshatra Mercury is giving result of. Then also, to understand the dignity of the first house, we need to see the planets sitting in first house. If suppose in the Gemini ascendant, the first house has number 3, which makes it a Gemini ascendant. Now there we have seen planet Moon is there, and with planet Moon, Mercury is there, and Venus is there. 3 planets are there. Now we need to see how strong these planets are. Whether Moon is in a positive nakshatra, like Moon is giving result of Sun, Venus, or benefic planets like Jupiter, or what results Venus is giving, what planet Venus is sitting in, or what house's result the Venus nakshatra or Venus star lord and sub lord are giving. So you need to see all the planets and what all results these planets are giving. Then only you may say whether the person's first house is strong or not. If the first house is not strong, then I have seen in my career that the person is not able to earn good money if the first house is not good, or the person is having mental disorders or health issues if the first house is not in a good position, or the planets which are sitting in are not in a dignified houses, are giving result of Dushtana houses. Then problems occur, many problem occurs in his personal life. So guys, this was my observation on first house. If you like the video, kindly subscribe the channel and press the bell notification. So thank you all. Have a nice day. Namaskar.